Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you're well. I hope you're having a great week so far. It's still puzzling me that it is almost mid-June 2018. I don't know where this year is running to, but I trust that the Lord is good in your life. Now, many people believe in luck, the idea that events and opportunities happen to them by pure chance or just pure circumstance or whatever. So many people believe that some people are even more lucky than other people are. But today, I want to let you know that there is no such thing as luck. Hey there, my name is Joyce Omondi Waihiga. Welcome to CITAM Church Online. Now, one of the major issues with the idea of luck is that it takes God out of the picture. For instance, when we say he's really lucky, does that mean that God caused the good fortune in that guy's life, or who did, or what did? Now, granted, there are people that are extraordinarily favored. It's like whatever they touch just seems to work out. And you know what? The Bible does remind us that God's ways are not our ways, and his ways and his thoughts are not our thoughts. But the point and our true hope is that as Christians, we are children of God. And as his children, he has a plan and a purpose for us, an entire strategy concerning our lives. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 says, "I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart and appointed you as my prophet to the nations." So God has ordained your life. He's ordained your steps and your future. He has a plan and a purpose for it. So really, is that luck? Can we really say that there's something as luck? Let's look at the Bible and see what sort of examples we can find there. In 1 Samuel chapter 9, it tells the story of Samuel anointing Saul as king. And here's the lowdown of how the story goes. Saul's dad was very wealthy. He had a whole bunch of donkeys, very many donkeys. But then one day, the donkeys get lost. And so he sends Saul, his son, and a servant to look for the donkeys. And so Saul and the servant searched for quite a time, but they couldn't find them. And then Saul says that they should go back so that their father doesn't start worrying. But the servant tells him, by the way, there's a man of God in this next town. I think we should go and see him. Maybe he might be able to tell us the way to go. And so they make their way to the town. And Samuel, this man of God that they were going to see, was actually preparing to take part in a public sacrifice and to eat with some guests. So then verse 15 to 20 say of 1 Samuel chapter 9, "Now the Lord had told Samuel the previous day, 'About this time tomorrow I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin. Anoint him to be the leader of my people Israel. He will rescue them from the Philistines, for I have looked down on my people in mercy and have heard their cry.' When Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said, 'That's the man I told you about. He will rule my people.' Just then, Saul approached Samuel at the gateway and asked, 'Can you please tell me where the seer's house is?' 'I am the seer,' Samuel replied. 'Go up to the place of worship ahead of me. We will eat there together, and in the morning I'll tell you what you want to know and send you on your way. And don't worry about those donkeys that were lost 3 days ago, for they have been found. And I am here to tell you that you and your family are the focus of all Israel's hopes." Now, let's think about this for a minute. Saul was obviously really puzzled by all of this. He was a young man from the smallest tribe in Israel. He was just trying to find his father's donkeys, and now before he can even say what he was going to say to Samuel, Samuel is already like, "I already know what you came here for. Your donkeys have been found. You don't even need to tell me. I already know. And oh, by the way, all of Israel is counting on you." Like, that's a lot. And the story continues, and we see that Saul and his servant are greatly honored at this feast that Samuel was going to. In fact, they are seated at the head of the table, surrounded by 30 special guests. And Samuel even instructs the cook to bring out the finest cut of meat that was set aside for the guest of honor. And Samuel tells them, "Go ahead and eat it." Samuel said, "I was saving it for you, even before I invited these others." I mean, how amazing is that? And now, can you really say that Saul was just lucky? Can we really boil down all of these events to just pure chance? I don't think so. As a child of God, I pray that you walk in the understanding that because you've surrendered your life to God, He has ordered the circumstances and the situations around you. It's not luck, it's not chance, it's not happenstance. Nothing about you, nothing about your life, about your problems, about your potential, about your goal, about your aspirations catches God by surprise. May this revelation come alive in your heart, and may you begin to walk in the understanding and the authority of seeing who you really are and the situations around you. And may you now begin to face potential situations, and view them as divine appointments for your destiny. So I really hope that this revelation would come alive in your heart, and that you would begin to view the situations that you face, whatever they may be, as potential divine appointments that can shape your future. There is no such thing as luck. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Joyce Omondi Waihiga, and I'd love to catch up with you on social media at Joyce Omondi on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'd also love to hear from you on our other platform at CITAM ChurchOnline on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. We'd love to pray with you. Send us your prayer requests. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? I'm hoping that this has at least challenged one or two of you about how you viewed the situations in your life. Thank you again. We'll catch you next week. God bless.